Hello everybody, it's Martin, Mad Plant Man, here in the confines of my lovely polytunnel. It's lovely and sunny outside and I've just watered and it's taken the temperature down quite nicely now. Even in March, this has been getting quite hot. So much so that some of the mousas that I've got have actually grown overnight a couple of inches leaf-wise. So yeah, pretty incredible on that side of it. But everything's all happening in the garden now. It's the end of March. We have sunshine at last. However, there is a warning. We have to, at this time of year, be very, very careful what we do. The joys of going out in the sun are enormous. The draw to get out there and start planting is great, but we need to just temper that excitement a little bit, because if you plant plants in soil that's a bit too cold, a bit too wet, it can inhibit their growth later on. And in some cases, it can kill the plant. And that's something you want to avoid. You just need to sit on your hands a little bit for a few weeks more, middle end of April, as much as the draw of the garden is there. And I know, because I want to get out and start planting now as well. And in fairness, I probably will, and I will probably make mistakes and I will probably kill plants, but I'm hoping I heed my own advice this time. Now, part of the advice is don't plant too much. Don't feed too much, even at this early stage. Now, I've got plants which are in the polytunnel, and I feed these with a leaf or outside ingested feed spray. I have to be careful with that, and the only reason why I feed them in here is because inside the polytunnel, the climate means that basically it's like a nice hot spring day, and so they're off and they're going and they're fine to be fed. But outside, the plants aren't that lively, so be careful how much you feed them. If you've got slow release fertilizer or something like that, that's fine to spread around, because as the name would suggest, it is slow release. But be careful how much you feed them. You don't want to give those plants too much energy at this time, when the last of the cold weather might not have gone away, and also when things haven't actually properly woken up. Next thing, you don't want to cram in plants. Plants are at this time of year quite small, and you might buy them in all sorts of different forms. I'll pick out a particular plant here. This one here is really dinky, yes, and it will grow to about that big in the next 4 or 5 months. It is a lovely Hutiana, and it will spread, and it's lovely, and it's got flowers, and it's a fantastic plant. But because it's small, doesn't mean you plant them really, really closely together. It will grow to that over the next, probably this season. And it will grow a bit further. So you don't want to be planting these 2 or 3 centimeters, 2 or 3 inches apart. You want to be planting these a foot and a half apart. So don't let the size dictate what you're going to do. That's a rule not only in planting, but also in life. Next thing, check drainage. We're at soggy time of the year still. Even though we've had a lot of sun in the last few days, there's a tendency to rain, and we have a very boggy land at the moment. So be careful of that. Don't plant in plants and overwater them, because the outside air temperature will not evaporate the water as it will late spring and certainly in the summer. And you don't want your plants to sit their roots, which are young, on soggy ground. That might rot them out. Everyone has packets of seeds as well, and labels for plants, in fact, of what you should or should not do. This is the average of what should happen. You should pay attention to what's going on around you, your own situation, your own garden, and what's happening with the weather around your local area and is forecast to go on with the local area. Do not go on the advice of what a packet says. Decide what you want to do yourself. The other thing at this time of year, the most important part of the plant is not the leaf. The most important of the plant is the root. I shall give you an example of that. Bear with me a moment, I'm just quickly going out of shot. Sounds like I'm wading there. Anyway, we have two plants. In a moment, we have this one and we have this one. There you go. Top growth, which one wins? Well, this one does. Which one wins root growth? That one does. Now, I know that one is about 6 or 7 months older than that one. And whilst people would love to see this one going into their garden, that one's the better one. The root is the important thing, is what feeds the plant. Yes, photosynthesis happens when the leaves go out the ground, all those bits and pieces and everything like that. But at this time of year, it is the root. Roots, roots, roots. Get fooled by pretty leaves and bits and pieces like that. Half of that is show. At this time of year, it is the root. Make sure the roots are strong. If the roots are strong, the plant will grow lovely. Now, coming to the end of it, my waffling on, just be careful with your planting this time of year. It will be fine. In a few weeks' time, we will have lovely weather, be able to get out and plant away, and you won't have to worry about it. And then in a few months' time, we'll be worrying about the fact there's no rain out there and we're watering all the time. But we'll come on to that when it's needed. And don't forget, it's important with regard to food for the plant. It's important when it comes to moisture for the plant to have a slightly unhappy plant at this time of the year that is saying, I want some food and I want some water, than having a plant which you have fed too much and watered too much. Topic over and done with. Lectures over and done with. Just go out, enjoy your garden, enjoy your planting in a few weeks' time. It will come around. Don't worry about that. Anyway, stay weird, stay wild. Mad Plantman out.